For totally dramatic reasons, I've decided to start this video in my bathroom. Let's say it's to set the tone. So if you, like me, are tired of sleepless nights, tossing and turning because you're scared that you might leak and wake up to bloody sheets, or the rash between your thighs that you don't know what to do with, not to mention the possibility of getting an infection, because let me tell you something, both pads and tampons are not the girlies that they think they are. So you ask, what better alternative is there? Besides the fact that the title of this video totally gives it away, welcome, my friends, to the future of menstrual health management.
Hello everyone, my name is Zema Sokanyile and I am the co-founder of Mie Cup, Menstrual Cups. We sell Mie Cup online on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and our website, which is www.miecup.co.za. So today Itu asked me to do a video on menstrual cups. Basically, she wants me to try and explain. A lot of people are unfamiliar with menstrual cups. So I'll do to the best of my ability, try to simplify it and possibly try to get you interested and curious. So basically my journey with menstrual cups started when I was looking for alternatives to my own period. I've got a very heavy periods, and so I was just trying to find some way of managing my period in a much better, more efficient, less costly as well method. I was using both pads and tampons because my period would just be so heavy, and I mean it just was very bulky, the whole situation, because after a while you get annoyed. It becomes like very mundane to be using a pad and a tampon, and I kept researching and how can I just manage my period better. And so eventually in 2015 I found out about menstrual cups, and it took me about 2 years before I got onto them, and ever since then, like literally I've not looked back at all. I really enjoy the menstrual cup. There were a bit of like teething mistakes in the beginning because I was researching, and obviously it's something new to me. It was something new to me at the time, and I just needed to know basically my body and to be comfortable inserting the menstrual cup and removing it and emptying it in the toilet seat, rinsing it and then inserting it again. So I'll show you the two sizes we have at Mie Cup. It comes in two sizes, basically the small, which is this one here, and the large. Now a lot of people ask us, well, the one I saw online was clear, but now it was pink, but now I got a clear one. The only difference is you probably put a small is pink. The size difference is not so much. It's just the diameter at the front there. As you can see, only a couple of millimeters in difference. And so how you would choose your own size is by basically knowing whether you're a heavy flower or a light flower, or even regular. If you're regular to heavy, basically large would be better for you, because as you can see, even the volume that it can carry, it carries a bit more volume than the small one, and also just like how high or how low your cervix is, and basically what's most comfortable for you. So also depending on the height of your cervix, basically, and you can discover this by using your fingers, just inserting your fingers and feeling how, like, what you can touch, basically. Well, oh, okay, my cervix is this high or this low, and then you would cut one of these rungs at the bottom here from the stem. You would cut it basically because you don't want it protruding too much, and then it might become uncomfortable. It isn't uncomfortable for me. I use mine with the stem, and the stem basically is just for you to locate the cup, because you don't use it for removing at all. There are these rungs here at the top that you can hold on to, and then you can just pull it out once you've inserted it. So basically, I'm on my period now and I'm using my cup. I'm not wearing underwear. That's one of the great benefits of using a menstrual cup. I'm just going to demonstrate to you guys how you can insert it and how you can remove it. Okay, so basically there's a couple of folds. You can check some online. Put a Cup in It is a very great website if you're a beginner and you sort of want to know how to use menstrual cups and stuff like that. So the fold that I use that I'm very comfortable with, but of course if you get yours you can always experiment. I use this sort of like a V fold, right? And then it makes this narrow tip at the end, and so that you could insert it in the same way that you would insert a tampon, for those of you who are familiar. So then you'd insert it and then you'd let it pop open, right? And then sometimes, obviously, because I'm doing it in the air now, so it's just popping open, but sometimes it doesn't pop open. So what you do is you insert this front tip right into your vaginal canal, and as you insert it higher, you start to let go, and therefore it starts to open. And as you must try to make sure that it's open just after you insert it, and then you try to push it up, because I found that method works best for me to avoid leaks, because if it doesn't open, then you have leaks. The other question is like, will I get infections and stuff like that? No. Chances are there's very minimal chances. It's in the same way that less than 2% of women get toxic shock syndrome. That would happen with the menstrual cup, but there's like very little risk, because the safety precautions that you take when using your menstrual cup is you have to boil it for about 3 minutes when you get it, just after you've bought it, and after each cycle, each period that you use it, before you store it. You store it in this where is it now? Okay, cool, found it. You store it in this satin bag. I'm so sorry. You store it in the satin bag. When you put it away, it's very breathable. So put it away, you carry it with you wherever you go. It stays in your bag. It's very convenient, and you don't really have to worry about buying another period management product for a while, right? One of the other things that we've been asked is like, will it stretch my vagina? No, it won't stretch your vagina. It's a very it's made from very soft medical silicone. First of all, your vagina can't stretch unless you're giving birth, and then it contracts back to size, at least 98% of the size. That's just like, try to get that out. Yeah, so this is okay, it's made from 100% medical grade silicone. As you can see, it's really soft and malleable, and you can fold it and insert it, and it's very comfortable. The nice thing is, when you rinse it and then you insert it, it warms up to your body temperature, and so you don't really feel it for the rest of the day. And then sometimes you may forget about it. You can wear it for up to 12 hours at a time, depending on your flow. Sometimes, because I'm a heavy bleeder, so I'll probably wear it on like the earliest days, day 2 or day 3, I'll wear it for about 4 hours before I change. But then after that, I can like wear 8 to 12 hours, which is really great for me personally. You can sleep in it in any position. You don't have to be sleeping on like one side the whole night. If you're trying to sleep, or if you sleep on your stomach, if you sleep on your back, it really doesn't matter, because the cup stays inside you. You can even do handstands if you wanted to. One of the questions is then, how do you know when it's full? Generally, as you start to get used to using the menstrual cup, you'll get to understand your body, you'll get to be more comfortable with it, and you get to know your own flow and how much you generally I'll say bleed. Yes. So then but how we would really know is, there are these little orifices on the sides here of the cup. I'm not sure if you can see it, and on the other side here. So there, once it starts to get full, the air that was in here starts to escape, and then there'll be like a slight bubbling sensation. You don't want to get there, but obviously if you've been busy or something like that, then you'll start to feel like the slight bubbling sensations, and then you'd have to empty it. How you remove it from your vagina is this: you just stick your 2 fingers into your vagina, then you pull it out, And that's exactly how you put it, and then you just tip it into the toilet. Obviously you'll be seated, I mean, you won't be so high. You'll be seated, you tip it into the toilet. Then you rinse it if you're close to the sink. Maybe you're at home, but if you're not at home, then you can always use a tissue or wipes that you have. That obviously, please use hypoallergenic wipes. You don't want anything perfumed. Then you'll obviously risk infection and stuff like that, or thrush. If you use toilet paper, try to make sure that there aren't any fibers left on your menstrual cup. And also what could be useful is to carry a little spray bottle with water just to lubricate it once you're done, and then you reinsert it. It may sound more messier than it actually is. It really isn't that messy. It's just tip it over. Maybe these are the only 2 fingers that you would get blood on, and I would assume you get more blood on your hands when you're washing yourself, when you're menstruating anyway. So it really isn't very different from that, because some people are very icky about touching blood and all of those things. Another thing I need to note is that the color does change as you use it more and more, but that's got nothing to do with whether the cup is dirty or not. That's just normal discoloration of the silicone. So then that's nothing to worry about. I mean, you can look up ways online that are not harmful that you can treat your cup, sort of to remove the discoloring, but it's not really anything major to worry about. If I've never used a tampon, can I use it? Or if I've never had sex, or can I use it? Or, well, virginity, I don't like these terms, but anyway, yes, of course you can use it, because your cup does not reach where, like, does not necessarily like penetrate you that high, and so it's very comfortable. And you've got your cervix is like a muscle down there, so your vaginal canal, not your cervix, is a muscle, so it expands and contracts. So when you insert the menstrual cup, it basically just holds on, and then it will release when you let it go. The other thing is, that's how it won't stretch your vagina, because it is a muscle, and muscles are meant to expand and contract. And so it just very comfortable, it adjusts to your body. And we've had like really great reviews in terms of people who've been using the menstrual cup. I don't think we've had anyone who has complained yet about using it. The biggest struggle obviously is the very beginning, like when you start, maybe the first 2 or 3 cycles, because then you're still understanding the cup and trying to figure out how it works. But other than that, it becomes very amazing. It's very easy to use. It's very environmentally friendly. It's cost friendly because you buy it once every 5 to 10 years. It's environmentally friendly because by not throwing away any other menstrual hygiene products, then you're reducing landfills and all of those things. And the struggle of having to find a sanitary bin, or even something to cover your sanitary towel with, or your tampon, and having to flush sanitary towels and tampons, because some people do flush it and then you end up with a plumbing problem. So there's definitely lots of benefits in terms of menstrual cups. It just needs a lot of learning for our own societal thing. There's a lot of education that we get that is incorrect. There's a lot of education that we need to do, and so we need to experiment and we get to know ourselves, and we need to let go of a lot of taboos and just try new things. And what do you know, you might like it, and I really hope that you like it. Anyway, I hope this is enough. If you have any other questions that I've not answered, please feel free to contact me. I'm Zema Sokanyilo on Instagram. Don't really use that for anything much, but definitely Mie Cup _SA. There's lots of information on YouTube. There's lots of information on Google as well that you can go through reading about menstrual cups. You already see that a lot of people really enjoy menstrual cups and using them. It may sound like evangelizing, but you really don't know until you try it for yourself.
Thank you so much to Zema for that informative insert. Also, how cute is she? Like, wow, her face. Anyways, I hope that you guys found that as informative as I did. She really addressed a lot of the questions and concerns that I had, because, you know, I've also never done this before and I have no idea what to do. So I'll literally be using that video as a reference as soon as I get my period. So yeah, I'm so grateful also that we have this, right? So whenever you decide to get your cup, you can come back to this video and hear exactly what Zema was saying, just to refresh your memory. And yeah, lovely stuff. I'm so excited for us. Anyways, just a disclaimer, this video was not sponsored by Mie Cup. I just love supporting businesses that are owned by Black women, especially businesses that are doing the things. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I will see you in the next video, which will be about my experience of using the cup for the first time. So yeah, get in, losers. We are owning our periods.
Nothing left to say, like, period, 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 period.